Or have you ever stopped to ponder the fascinating concept of prophecies? How often do they come true in our modern times? In essence, prophecies are predictions of what the future may hold. They've been a part of our collective human narrative since time immemorial, shaping the course of history and the destinies of empires. From the ancient oracles of Delphi foretelling the fall of mighty kings, to the cryptic quatrains of Nostradamus, prophecies have always intrigued us with their blend of mystery and foreknowledge. In the modern world, prophecies might seem like relics of a bygone era, yet they still hold a certain allure. They've been replaced by data-driven forecasts. Yet the unexpected twists and turns of life often defy even the most sophisticated algorithms. This is where prophecies, with their uncanny knack for pinpointing the improbable, continue to captivate us. Take, for instance, the famous prophecy of the end of the world in the year 2000 by Nostradamus. Despite the widespread panic it caused, the year came and went without an apocalypse in sight. Yet the very mention of Nostradamus still sends shivers down our spine. Then there are prophecies that have astonishingly come to pass. The rise and fall of Napoleon was predicted by Nostradamus centuries before it happened. Similarly, the discovery of Neptune was foretold by the mathematician and astronomer Urbain Le Verrier, based purely on mathematical calculations. In the grand scheme of things, prophecies serve as reminders of the unknown and the unpredictable nature of life. They show us that despite our advancements and achievements, there are things beyond our control and comprehension. And in the face of the unknown, we humans, with our insatiable curiosity, can't help but seek answers. Now let's delve into some prophecies from our recent past and see how many have astonishingly come to fruition. In an unusual twist, a satirical news website appears to have turned into a modern-day prophet. Yes, you heard it right, ladies and gentlemen. The Babylon Bee, a name known for its satirical jests, has become a crystal ball, predicting the future with a surprising degree of accuracy. The Babylon Bee, founded in 2016, has carved out a space for itself in the world of humor, parodying current events and politics. It has brought laughter to many with its witty headlines and stories, but what if I told you that there's more to this site than just jests? It seems that the Bee has developed a knack for writing joke headlines that later become real news stories. You might even call it accidental prophecy. Now let's dive into some of these prophecies. Remember the joke about Kamala Harris taking likability lessons from Hillary Clinton? Well, soon after that joke was published, a real story surfaced about a dinner hosted by a former Clinton advisor to discuss defending Harris from bad press. Coincidence? I think not. Or how about the jest about Trump claiming to have done more for Christianity than Jesus? Lo and behold, not long after, he said something strikingly similar in an interview. Then there was the satire about the economy, stating 9 reasons not to worry about the tanking economy. Shortly after, the Washington Post published 7 ways a recession could be good for you financially. The Bee's CEO, Seth Dillon, has even admitted that it can be challenging for their writers to come up with satire because real news headlines often already sound like jokes. The line between reality and satire seems to be blurring, with the Bee's joke headlines often turning into prophecies. One can't help but marvel at the uncanny accuracy of these joke-turned-reality headlines. It's as if the Babylon Bee has become a satirical prophet in our modern age, accurately predicting future events with its tongue firmly in cheek. And that, dear listeners, brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, "Truth is stranger than fiction." The realm of politics seems to be a fertile ground for these fulfilled prophecies. Let's dive into the world of political satire, where jest turns into reality. The Babylon Bee, known for its sharp wit and humor, has been quite prophetic, particularly in the political arena. One such prophecy involved Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States. The Bee concocted a headline suggesting that Harris was taking likability lessons from Hillary Clinton. As outrageous as it seemed, the universe conspired to make it a reality. A real news story surfaced, reporting a dinner hosted by a former Clinton advisor aimed at defending Harris from negative press. It seems reality had a chuckle at the Bee's expense. But the political prophecies didn't stop there. The Bee also took a satirical jab at Donald Trump, the former US president. They published a headline suggesting that Trump claimed to have done more for Christianity than Jesus himself. This audacious claim, initially meant in jest, was later echoed by Trump himself in an interview, thereby fulfilling the Bee's prophecy. The humor in these satirical headlines is unmistakable. They are exaggerated, outrageous, and designed to poke fun at political figures. But when these headlines turn into reality, the line between satire and real life becomes blurred. What begins as a humorous exaggeration ends up as a mirror reflecting the paradoxes of our political landscape. These instances are shining examples of how satire can predict reality. It's a testament to the unpredictability of politics and perhaps a commentary on the state of our political discourse. It's fascinating, it's amusing, and it's a bit unsettling all at the same time. Politics, it appears, is not devoid of its fair share of prophetic humor. From politics, we move to another hotbed of prophecies, the economy. Now, who would have thought that a satirical take on a sagging economy could turn out to be a prophecy in itself? Yet, as we delve deeper into the archives of the Babylon Bee, that's exactly what we find. The Bee, in its unique blend of wit and satire, once churned out a headline that read, "9 Reasons Not to Worry About the Tanking Economy." The headline, though presented in a manner to invoke laughter, was a subtle nudge at the looming economic crisis. It was a playful jab, if you will, at the often sugar-coated economic predictions we are used to seeing. Now, fast forward a bit and an actual news report emerges, bearing a striking resemblance to our satirical prophecy. The Washington Post, in the face of an economic downturn, published an article titled, "7 Ways a Recession Could Be Good for You Financially." It seems life, in its peculiar way, has a knack for turning satire into reality. The parallels between the satirical prophecy and the actual news report are uncanny. Both, under the veil of optimism, address economic downturns. Both try to find a silver lining in the dark clouds of economic recession. The prophecy, though wrapped in satire, had a kernel of truth in it, a truth that was later echoed by the mainstream media. So what can we infer from this? Do satirical prophecies have a place in economic predictions, or was it just a bizarre coincidence? That, dear listeners, is something for you to ponder upon. Even in the face of economic downturns, it seems prophecies find a way to assert their presence. In this era of reality often outdoing fiction, crafting satire can be quite the challenge. When the world around us seems to be a stage for the absurd, where does one find the exaggeration and irony that forms the backbone of satire? This is the conundrum faced by the writers of the Babylon Bee. These witty wordsmiths have to navigate a world where their satirical headlines often become reality. Think about it for a moment. It's like trying to caricature a caricature. Paint a rainbow in a world already filled with vivid colors. The challenge is not just to match the pace of the rapidly changing world, but to stay a step ahead, to find humor in the crevices of reality before reality itself makes a joke out of it. But the Bee's writers are not daunted. They continue to weave their stories, their satirical prophecies, threading the needle between reality and absurdity. Their challenge is not merely to make their audience laugh, but to provoke thought, to hold a mirror up to society, reflecting its follies and foibles. Yet, in the face of this challenge, the Babylon Bee has not only survived, but thrived. Their readership continues to grow, their influence expands, and they have even spun off a new venture, Not the Bee, that covers real news that reads like satire. It's a testament to their creativity, their tenacity, and their ability to find the humor in even the most serious of situations. And so, amidst the swirling vortex of news that often feels like a parody of itself, the Babylon Bee stands as a beacon of satirical prophecy. Their challenge is to continue finding the humor in the absurd, the irony in the mundane, and the satire in the all-too-real. It's a fine line between satire and reality, and it seems to blur more often than we might think. Despite the challenges, the Babylon Bee has made a significant impact with its satirical prophecies. This impact is evident in the staggering numbers that back up its popularity. With 25 million page views per month, the Babylon Bee has become a buzzing hive of satirical content, attracting a swarm of eager readers. This vast viewership extends beyond its website, with over 1 million subscribers tuning into its YouTube channel, eager to catch the latest scoop of satirical honey. But the influence of the Babylon Bee extends beyond mere numbers. It's not just about the size of the audience, but the engagement and interaction it fosters. The Bee's satirical prophecies have sparked conversations, debates, and a fair share of laughter, making it a significant player in the digital media space. The influence of the Babylon Bee is also seen in the launch of its new platform, Not the Bee. This offshoot focuses on real news that reads like satire, further blurring the lines between reality and parody. Not the Bee has quickly gained traction, proving that readers are not only interested in the Bee's satirical prophecies, but also in the absurd reality that often mirrors them. The Babylon Bee's ability to predict events with uncanny accuracy has led to its satirical posts being dubbed as prophecies. This unique blend of humor, satire, and prophetic insight has carved out a unique space for the Babylon Bee in the digital media landscape. It has become more than just a source of entertainment. It's a commentary on our times, a mirror held up to society, reflecting the often absurd reality of our world. In a world where satire often becomes reality, the Babylon Bee continues to surprise us with its prophetic humor. Whether you're a news enthusiast, a fan of satire, or someone who enjoys a good laugh, the Babylon Bee's impact is undeniable. Its influence, popularity, and uncanny knack for prophecy ensure that it will continue to buzz in our collective consciousness for a long time to come. Now that we have explored these fulfilled prophecies, let's take a moment to reflect on them. Delving into the intriguing world of prophecies, we discovered an unexpected prophet in our midst, the Babylon Bee. This satirical news website, known for its tongue-in-cheek headlines, has seen nearly 100 of its joke stories materialize into real news, blurring the line between satire and reality. We examined some of these prophecies that have come to pass, particularly in the realm of politics. The jest about Kamala Harris taking likability lessons from Hillary Clinton, which was followed by a real story of a dinner hosted by a former Clinton advisor to discuss defending Harris from bad press, is a prime example. Another prophecy saw Trump claiming to have done more for Christianity than Jesus, which he later stated in an interview. The Bee's economic prophecies were no less striking. Their satirical piece, 9 Reasons Not to Worry About the Tanking Economy, was soon mirrored by the Washington Post's article, 7 Ways a Recession Could Be Good for You Financially. The real challenge, as pointed out by Seth Dillon, CEO of the Babylon Bee, is crafting satire when reality itself often sounds like a joke. Yet, it is this very challenge that has elevated the Babylon Bee to a unique position, blending humor with uncanny foresight. As we delved into the impact of the Babylon Bee, we found it to be a powerhouse of satire, with 25 million page views per month, tens of thousands of paid subscribers, and over 1 million YouTube subscribers. Despite facing criticisms and challenges on social media platforms, the Bee has continued to thrive, launching a new website, Not the Bee, to cover real news that reads like satire. As we can see, prophecies continue to be a fascinating aspect of our reality, often springing from the most unexpected corners.